Hi friends, welcome to IAS in College Connect YouTube channel. In this videos, we are going to discuss about conditional statement in Java. So let's see what is conditional statement. Conditional statement is used to make the decision based upon the certain conditions. So here is it, you're going to execute set of block of statement. This set of block of statement need to be get executed only if the given condition is get true. If it is true, then only this given set of block is going to be get executed. So for that purpose only we are going to use the condition statement. So it's going to be this condition is worked based upon the values which we are is true or false. If the values is going to be true, the given condition is matched, it is going to return true. So if it is true, it is going to execute the block of statement. In case if the given condition is false, it is going to be execute the block of statement which is exit after this condition. So this is all about conditional statement. For example, in real-time applications, so here there is some criteria is there, right? Okay, so in during the voting, so the people those are aged above 18, they are only eligible to vote. Okay, so though these people only can eligible to vote. The people those are lesser than 18, that is 0 to 17, are peoples are not eligible to vote. So this is the conditions on here. So, hope you understand this. What is conditional statement? Let's see what are the different types of conditional statement. The first one is going to be if statement, and then second one is going to be if else statement, and third one is going to be if else later statement, and then fourth one is going to be nested if, and fifth one is going to be a switch statement that should be followed by ternary operator. So hope you understand what is a conditional statement. Now know that what are the different types of conditional statement. Now the next thing we are going to see the syntax of all these types of conditional statement. Then we are proceed to the demonstration. Let's see what is the syntax for each of this. The first one is simple if condition. So here you see how this if condition is going to be work. This is the syntax. So here is going to check the condition. If the given condition is true, it is going to be execute the statement which is exit inside this. So if it is false, what will be going to happen? It is going to be execute the statement which is outside of it. Then moving to this if else. So what is the if else statement syntax is all about? Here, so first, it's going to check the condition. If the given condition is true, it is going to be execute the statement which is exit inside this. If the given condition is false, what will be going to happen? It is going to be execute the else part which is exit on here. So this else part is going to be executed only if the given condition is false. So here this condition is false means it's going to execute the else part. That is a block of code which is exit inside the else part. Hope you understand the syntax of if statement and if else. Let's move to the next type. The next one is if else later. The condition, the syntax for if else later is, so first here is the is this is the conditions. Here the given condition is going to be checked. If the given condition is true, it is going to be execute the block of statement which is exit inside, and it is going to be move out. Or else, if the given condition is false, what will be going to do? It is going to be execute the check the next condition. So here it is going to be check when the given this condition is false. Here now it is going to check this condition. If this condition is true on here, it is going to execute this statement and then exit. If the given condition is false on here, what will be going to do? It is going to check the next condition. It will keep on checking the condition until it matches, until find the matching one. So none of the conditions get matched. Finally, it's going to execute the else part. Here, this condition is true means it is going to execute this statement. If the given condition is false, it is going to execute this particular conditions. Let's move to the next condition. Here, if the condition is true, again it is going to be execute the statement 3 and then exit. If the given condition is false also, then it is what is do. Finally, it is going to be execute the else part and it exit. So this is what if else if later is. Next, the syntax for the switch case. The syntax for the switch case is first is going to receive the values through the expression which is given on here. So this value will be going to be matched with this particular case. Here case is the keyword and then the value which is given by the user. If it is get match, so it's going to execute this particular statement. Once it find the break statement, it exit. So in case if the given values is not matched, it is going to check the next value. So here if the next value is going to match, so it's going to be execute this statement. After it find the break statement, it exit. Likewise, you can mention any number of cases. If none of the cases is going to be get matched, so finally what will be going to do? It is going to be execute the default statement and exit. What will be going to happen if you are not going to be give the break statement over here? If the given condition is for true means, so it is automatically moved to the next case. So we are going to see all these things in the demo session. Now we are moving to the next one, that is a ternary operator. In ternary operator, how the ternary operator is going to be work means, so it's going to first check the given condition. If the given condition is true, it move to the next statement. That is, if it is true, it is going to execute the statement 1. If the given condition is false, automatically it move to the statement 2. This is all about the ternary operator syntax and then execution flow. Now we are going to see the demo session. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new packages. So the package name which I'm going to give is com.conditional statement. Under this, I'm just going to create one new classes which is called as if, simple if. Here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a main method. Under this main method, I'm just going to create one variable which is going to be age, and I'm going to collect the input from the user, so that I'm going to create a scanner classes. So new scanner and then system dot in. Done. Okay, so now you see we created the scanner classes for reading the input from the user. In case if you don't understand what is the use of scanner classes, there is a separate video I posted for the scanner classes topic, so you can refer on my playlist. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the input from the user. So once I'm going to receive the input, I'm just going to check the age of the particular person. If the age is matches, that is age is above 18, I'm just going to print you are eligible to vote. In case the age is less than 18, I'm just going to print not eligible. So for that, I need to get the input from the user. So I'm just going to print the statement, enter the age. After seeing this statement, what the user is going to do, the user is going to give the values, right? So here we are having the scanner classes for reading the int. So I'm just going to use age dot next int method for reading the integer values. So then I'm just going to check the condition if age, which is going to be a greater than or equal to 18, I'm just going to print the statement sys out you are you are eligible eligible to vote. So we need to give the else part also, right? Okay, so here it is a simple if. Okay, so there is a no else part. So if the given condition is match, okay, so we need to print the another statement. You are not eligible to vote. So now you see I did this program. Okay, so I'm just going to run this program now. Now it is asking the input. Okay, so I'm just going to give the values which is going to be above 18. I'm just going to give the age is going to be what? 29, and press enter. Now you see we are going to get both the values. You are eligible to vote and you are not eligible to vote. What I want to print the statement, only if the given condition is not get matched. So here for that we are having the another conditions statement, that type is going to be if else. So how to write the if else statement? Okay, so here I'm just going to write the else part. Under this else part, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put this statement. So now what I did, okay, so here I'm just checking the conditions once I receive the input from the user. If the given condition is true, so it is going to be execute this statement. If the given condition is false, what will be going to do? It is going to execute this else part. Now we are going to get only one values now because we include the else block. So I'm just going to run this application. Here it is asking the age. I'm just going to give the values which I already given is 29, right? Okay, so now I'm going to give the 29. So now this age value will be what? Now it is going to be what? 29. Okay, so the values which is given by the user. So it is going to check this condition. It is telling that the 29 which is going to be a greater than 18. Yes, this statement is going to return true, so that if it is true, it is going to be execute this statement, right? So that we are getting this value. Now what I'm going to do, now instead of 29, I'm just going to give some other values which is less than 18. So here I'm just going to give the values which is going to be what? 17. Now the age value will be now what became 17 now. Okay, so now in the age values, age variable, I'm just instead of putting the age variable name, I'm just going to put the 17 because we are given the 17, right? Okay, so I'm just checking this condition. It is telling that 17 which is greater than 18. It's completely wrong, right? Okay, so that it is going to be print the else block, so that only we are getting you are not eligible to vote. Hope you understand how the if else, if statement and if else is working. The next one I'm going to explain is if else if later. So let's move to the implementations of if else if later. If else if else. Okay, so here before I'm going to explain these concepts, I'm just going to write one scenarios. So then we are going to write the code. So what the scenario is all about. So here we are going to check the input from the user. That is, we are going to collect the percentage of the particular students. Okay, so we are going to collect the percentage of the particular students. If the percentage is from 90 to 100, so we are going to print it as S grade. So if the student's percentage is 89 to 80, I'm just going to print A grade. And then if the student's percentage is 79 to 70, I'm just going to print B grade. Likewise, I'm going to print it for the C grade. And D grade 49 to 40, it is going to be what? E grade. And 39 to 0, I'm just going to print it as F grade. So here we are going to keep on checking this condition. If the user percentage is going to be what? 77 means first it is going to check whether the given values is matching with these conditions. No, or else this and then this. So once it matches this, it is going to be print the B grade. So for that, first we need to collect the percentage from the user. Then we are going to write these conditions. Let's see how to implement by using if, else if, else later. So let's move to the implementation part. So first what we are going to do, I'm just going to create a main method. Under this main method, I'm just going to create one variable which is going to be what? Percentage. So now we are having the scanner classes for reading the input from the user. Now, now I'm going to get the input from the user for the percentage. Enter the percentage. So once the user is going to give the values, I'm going to store it on the variable which is created for storing the percentage values. So here s dot, so percentage is in So that we are going to use s dot next. So now what we are going to do? So now we are going to write the condition if else if later. So first I write the syntax, then I'll write the conditions. First I write for the two conditions. Okay. So it's very simple. Let's see how to implement it. First, what we are going to do. So first take the first conditions. What it is? 90 to 100. So here 90 is lesser value, so that you can put the 90 first, and then 100 is the greater than value, so that you can put it later. So now you see the percentage is holding the values. The variable percentage itself is holding the values. Now I'm just going to put this percentage values variable on both the side. One is this side, another one is going to be on this side. So it need to match the both the condition, right? So that I'm going to put the and symbol now. So here you see the 90 is the lesser one, right? Okay, so you need to put the lesser than symbol which is going to be faced towards the 90. And then here the 100 is a greater than symbol, right? Okay, so you need to put the greater than symbol facing towards 100. So now you see we return the first conditions. That is the given values is going to check both the condition. Okay, so the value should be greater than 90 and that should be less than 100. Okay, so now you see if the given condition is matched, I'm just going to print the statement. Okay, so your grade is yes. Okay, so yes, grade. Right. Okay, so likewise, I'm going to write it for the next condition. What is the next condition? 89 to 80. So here, 80 is the lower values and 89 is the higher values. You can put it on both the side. And then this variable, that is a percentage, is holding the values, right? Okay, so that I'm just going to put it on both the side. And here you see, it need to match the both the conditions. Okay, so that I'm just going to put the and symbol over here. So this 80 is the lesser one, so that I'm just going to put the lesser than symbol facing towards 80. And then 89 is the greater than symbol, so that I'm going to put the greater than symbol facing towards 89. So here, if the given condition is getting matched, so I'm just going to print as A grade. Okay. Likewise, I'm just going to create it for the all other grades. So I'm just going to copy the code and paste it over here instead of writing it. Okay. So for the rest of the grade, A grade, B grade, C grade, D grade, E grade, F grade. Okay, done. Now we are going to do the little changes. Okay, so first one, second one, third one. Okay, so here 72, 79, which is going to be what? B grade. Okay, so here 60 to 69, which is going to be what? C grade. And then 50 to 59 is what? D grade. And then 40 to 49 is what? E grade. And then the values which is going to be less than 0 to 39 is going to be what? F grade. If none of the conditions get matched, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to write the else part. Okay, so please enter the valid in the else part. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to print enter the valid input. Enter the valid input. So hope you done this. So hope you understand this concept. We done this if else if. Now I'm going to run this program. Now it is asking the percentage. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give the percentage which is 77. So now you see the 77 which is comes under this category, which is greater than 70 but less than 79. Okay, so we are going to get the values B grade. Now in case if I'm going to give the values other than 77, so in case if I'm going to give 93, I'm just going to get S grade because 93 is comes under greater than 90 but less than 100. So that we are going to get the values. So hope you understand this if else later concepts. Now we are moving to the next concept which is going to be what? Switch case. switch case program. Okay, so in switch case program, so hope you understand what is the syntax of switch case, how it is working. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get the values from the user. If the given values is matching with that, I'm just going to print the particular case. For that, I'm just going to create the main method. Under this main method, I'm just going to write the variable which is going to be what, number, and then scanner is used to read the input from the user. System.in. Okay, so now I'm just going to import the scanner classes. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to instead of number, I'm just going to store the variable is for color number. Variable is color number. Here I'm going to get the input. Sys out, enter the number. Okay, so here I'm going to mention one for green. Okay, so then slash n, 2 for red slash n, and 3 for yellow. Here I'm just going to mention the user. In case if you are going to give 1, it is going to print green. In case if you are going to give 2, it is going to be print red. In case if you are going to give 3, it is going to be print yellow. So now I'm just going to get the input from the user, their choice. Okay, so color number equal to s dot next in. Now I'm just going to check the condition. So for that I'm just going to write the switch case. Switch. So inside this, I'm just going to pass the values, that is color number. So here, if the color number is going to be matched with 1, it's going to be print what value? Green. In case, if it is going to be 2, in case the user is going to give 2, what will be going to happen? Okay, so here, uh, it is going to be print red. So I'm just going to copy this code and paste it over here. So for case 3 also, okay. So just I'm changing the number. Instead of green, I'm just going to, for 2, I'm going to give red. And then 3, I'm just going to give yellow. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to write the default statement. So here, this default statement is going to be get executed as you know that none of the conditions get satisfied. So we are just going to give invalid input. Okay. So then we are going to give the break statement. Right. Done. Okay, so now you see what I written is, so in case we are going to create an one variable and we are going to have the scanner classes which is used to read the input, and then we are having the system.out.println. In that we are going to be mentioned, we are just giving the options to the user. In case we are going to give 1, if it is going to print green, and 2 it is going to print red, and 3 is going to print yellow. So once the user is going to give the input, that we are going to collect it on the variable color number, and then we are going to pass it to switch case. So here, in case the user is going to give 1, it is going to be print green and it exit, because we are having the break statement over here. In case the user is going to give 2, so what it is going to do, it is going to be print red and exit. In case the user is going to give 3, it is going to be print yellow and exit. So because we are having the break statement, in case the user is given the values which is other than 1, 2, 3, it is going to be print the default and then exit. So let's run this program and check the execution flow of this program is working fine or not. So here you see we are getting it rightly. So now we are getting the input from the user. Enter the number 1 for green, 2 for red, and 3 for yellow. Okay, so I'm just going to give the input as 1 and press enter. Now you see we are getting this green values. So because of this break statement, it is exit. In case if the break statement is not there, so what will be going to happen means it is going to move to the next case. Without checking this case values, it is moving to the next values because break statement is missing over here. So let's run this program and check it. Here you see I just remove the break statement on the case 1. I'm just going to give 1. Let's see what is the output we are going to get. See, we are going to get the green as well as the red because there is a no break statement. So in case the break statement is not present on here also, what it is going to do, it is going to be print green, red and yellow and then exit. So let's run this program. I'm just going to give 1, 1. Here you see, it's going to match with this particular case because we don't have the break statement, so that it is going to move to the next conditions. Here also we don't have the break statement, then it is going to print the next statement. Because of this break statement is exit, it break statement is that it exit from the conditions. In case if you are going to remove the break statement on here also, so it is going to do the move to the default statement. It is moved to the default statement. Okay, so green, red, yellow, and then invalid input. Hope you understand how the switch case is working. So next one, we are moving to this ternary operator. So in ternary operator, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get the percentage mark and I'm going to uh, print pass or fail. Okay, so I'm just going to set the threshold value, which is going to be a 65. In case the student is score more than 65 or grade equal to 65, I'm just going to be print as a pass. In case the student is going to be value, the percentage is going to be less than 65, I'm just going to print it as fail. To read the input from the user, I'm just going to create one variable which is going to be a percentage. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to read the input from the user so that I'm going to use the scanner classes. Done. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to ask the user to enter the values for the percentage. Percentage. Now, we are having the variable which is called as a percentage, right? Percentage equal to s dot next int. S dot next int. So now I'm just going to check the ternary values. Okay, so here it is going to return the values, right? Okay, so I want to store the values on one variable. So for that, I'm just going to create one variable which is going to be result. Okay, so result equal to what is the ternary operator? First condition, right? Okay, so condition is percentage. So percentage which is greater than or equal to 65, it is going to be print the pass, or else it is going to be print fail. Okay, so now it is going to be print the statement sys out. The result is plus result. Okay, so now what I did on this particular program is, so here I created one variable which is called as a percentage, and then I'm created one variable which is called as a result. So this is for storing the result based upon the conditions which matches. Okay, so then we are having the scanner classes for reading the input from the user. Then we are going to intimate the user, enter the values of for the values, enter the value for the percentage, and then we are having the variable percentage to store the input. Then we are going to get the input from the user. That value we are going to assign to this particular variable, and then here we are going to check the condition. If the percentage, given percentage is less greater than or equal to 65, then we are going to return pass. That value will be assigned to the variable result. In case if the given percentage is less than 65, I'm just going to be print execute this failed statement. It is going to be store it on the result variable. Now the result variable is going to hold two types of values. One is going to be pass, another one is going to be what? Fail. Okay, so now once the particular condition is going to be get executed, we are having the result on the variable result itself. Okay, so then we are going to print the statement. The result is that the values which is stored on the result will be going to be print. Okay, now I'm going to run this program. Here you see it is asking enter the percentage value. Actually, I need to write it like this. Enter the percentage value. Okay. I'm just going to run this program, rerun this program. Here you see enter the percentage values. I'm just going to give 67. Here you see it's going to return the result is pass. Right. Okay. So in case if I'm going to give the values which is going to be a less than 65, that is going to be 64, it is going to return fail. Hope you understand the ternary operator. The next one we are going to see is nested if. How the nested is going to work. So here, before I'm going to explain writing the demo code on this, I like to explain about nested if first. How the execution flow of the nested if is going to be work. So first, the nested if, how it is going to be work. First, it is going to have the condition. Under one if conditions, we are having another if conditions. That is what the nested is. If is all about. Under this, we are having another conditions. We are writing another condition. This is what nested is if is all about. So now we need to know the execution flow of this code, right? Okay, so here is the first it is going to check the given condition. If it is true, it is going to execute the if conditions which is given inside this. So first it is going to be check the conditions over here. If the given condition is true, it execute the code and exit. If the given condition is false, what it is going to do? It is going to execute the else part which is present inside the if condition. Okay, so it's going to execute this block and exit. If the given condition is, if the given condition is false on here itself, what it is going to do? It is going to execute the else part. Okay, so if it is true, it can come inside and proceed further. If it is false over here, so it is going to be execute the else part. Hope you understand how the nested if is going to be worked. Let's see the execution flow of this demo part of this nested if. So for that, I'm just going to write one scenarios, that is um, IRCT's website. Just consider IRCT's website. Okay, so here I'm just going to check the age of the particular person. If the age of the particular person is greater than or equal to, okay, so greater than or equal to 60, I'm just going to give them concession. Okay, for male, I'm just going to give middle birth. For female, I'm just going to give lower birth. So if the person age is less than 60, I'm just going to give upper birth. This is a scenarios. So right. Okay, so first what we are need to do? First we need to check the age. Once the age is going to be checked, then we are going to check the gender. So I'm just going to create one variable which is used to get the age of the particular person. Okay, int age. And then we are going to have another variable which is used to get the gender. String gender. We are having the scanner classes s equal to new scanner system dot in. Right. So what we are need to do, first we are going to check the age. If the age is, first we need to get the input, right? Okay, sys out enter the age. Okay, so after seeing the statement, user is going to give the values. We are having the variable which is age is used to store the values of the user age. Okay, so scanner class object is s dot next int. Now we are going to check the condition if age is greater than or equal to 60, then we are going to check the another condition. Okay, so that first, before that, I'm just going to get the, if the person age is above 60, what we need to do? So we are going to check the two condition. One is male or female. Okay, sys out. Okay, so I'm just going to ask them to enter the gender. Enter the gender. Okay, so here if the user is going to be M for male, M for male, and F for female, right? Okay, so once the user is going to give the values, we are having the variable gender. Okay, so gender equal to s dot next int, sorry, next method. Okay, so here we are going to get the gender. Now we are going to check the condition. Now we are going to check the condition. Okay, so now you see under this if we are going to write another condition. If gender dot equals, okay, so if the gender dot equals is M or gender dot equals small m. So I'm just going to print middle birth. Middle birth. Okay. So or else we are going to use the else if. Okay. So instead of using else part, we are going to use else. Else if f or small f. So I'm just going to be print lower birth. Lower birth. So if none of the conditions get matched by, so we are going to intimate to the user, enter the right values. Sys out, enter the valid input. Okay. So now you see under this one if conditions, we're having another if conditions. This is what the nested if is all about. So we return the first conditions. We return this first conditions. We need to return the next condition, that is else part, that is a less than 60. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, after this, I'm just going to write else part. Here I'm going to be mentioned sys out upper birth. Upper birth. Right. Okay, so now you see I finished this program. Okay, so what I did is I'm just collecting the age. If the user age is above 60, then next I'm going to get the particular person gender. If the gender is going to be male, what I did is I'm just going to be print middle birth. In case if the gender is going to be female, I'm just going to be print the lower birth. In case the user is given other than m small n, small other than male and female, in case the user is going to give me other than m and f, okay, so we are going to be print invalid input. So this is what the conditions when the age is above 60. In case the age is less than 60, so we are having the else part. In this else part we are just printing upper birth. Now I'm going to run this program. Here you see it is asking the age now. Okay, so now you see I'm just going to give the age which is less than 60. So immediately it is printing upper birth. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give the input which is going to be greater than 60, that is 61. Now you see it is asking the gender details, M for male and F for female. So I'm just going to give M. Okay, so press enter. You see, the middle berth is allotted. So in case I'm just going to give other than M, so what I'm going to get? So F, here you see lower berth is allotted. So in case I'm just going to give other than M or F, so what will be going to happen? So here you see we are getting invalid input. Hope you understand this complete flow of this code. This is the way how the nested if is working. Hopefully, this condition statement videos is helpful for you. In case if you like this video, please share this video with your friends. Please don't forget to click the subscribe and bell button. Thank you.